So yeah, from you, you're from BASF. Jay pointed it out earlier on that your company is actually quite forward-thinking when it comes to embracing the likes of social media. How are you actually considering communications these days? How are you looking for agencies to support and looking across the totality of the marketing mix? What are you after these days?
Maybe I'll mention a few things. One is that a week and a half ago, we changed from a CEO who still would receive faxes, write his handwritten comments on them, and then fax back the comments to us. We changed from that CEO to new CEO who keeps his own blog, video blog, for those of you, it's not up with the latest terminology, that the kids are using. So the point is that companies have changed too. That digital is a hygienic now. It's not something that only a few specialists do. It is something that you have to have. Having said that, in a certain way, my job hasn't changed that much over the past several years. It's still collecting and packaging interesting stories, interesting information that is relevant to understanding what is relevant to the stakeholders and providing providing the relevant stakeholders with the information that is relevant to them. It's just that the format has changed a little bit, and whether or not that format is changed, whether or not that format is a press release that you mail merge. I used to be the master of feeding into the fax machine all the news releases. Oh God, that fax machine that I used, it's stuck. Yeah, anyway, that was a long time ago. Whether it's the fax machine or whether it's posting the information on Facebook in a community that is interested in that kind of stuff, whether or not it's engaging with your followers on Weibo. The point is, it's still about collecting and packaging information that's relevant to a certain group of people. And that hasn't changed. What may have changed a little bit is our definition of what a journalist is. So again, 10, 15 years ago, a journalist was kind of your only stakeholder. And it was, the journalist was the sole channel to whom you could get all of the information. What happens now is that a journalist might be an activist who keeps a newsletter. It might be a blogger or some guy who tweets a lot, or it might be a politician who keeps his own blog, and therefore the definition of the journalist has expanded somewhat so therefore media relations has expanded a little bit to be stakeholder relations. I mean, coming to what we're talking about when we work with the agencies, frankly, I don't care as long as they play well together. As long as the guy who comes up with the idea, he manages his channel and he understands the needs of the other channels, including internal, by the way, which is no less, a very important part of the whole mix. As long as we understand that all of those play well together, then I'm quite happy.